Hello friends, it's Simone. I have my very first actual subscription Inkflight box and I was going to unbox it on YouTube. So I just cut this open. I haven't looked in it. I got the box yesterday and I've been waiting till after work to see what is inside and swatch it with you, share my thoughts. But I have a disclaimer. I am someone who is easily disappointed, and not just that, I really can't express how I'm feeling often. So I still might love it, but I'm not able to ooh and ah over it as other people do. If you watch Job's journal and the way that he expresses his joy over items that he loves, man, I would love to be that way. But unfortunately, I am not. So, and this is the first time that I don't know what is inside the box. The last time when Tom from Ink Journal sent me a box for review, I had already watched other YouTube videos and knew what was inside, so it wasn't a surprise. But this time around, I am surprised, and I have set myself the task to evaluate if I am okay with the surprises, if it's still fun when I don't know what's inside before. And I will reevaluate after the second box that I, as a subscriber, which would be at the end of December, I will reevaluate if I am still enjoying the process, how the ink samples that are included in the box, how it feels to get 7 ink samples every month and maybe not using them besides the swatching process. But let's turn all the stuff around. So here, oh my gosh, this is a holographic sticker. It's an Inktopus with a, I think this is a Lamy 2000. There is some inky stuff going on, but that's cool. Then we have 7 samples. And what is this? Oh, I heard about this. This is the Aerofoil paper. Is it supposed to be a really good paper for fountain pens? And I'm just gonna open this up right now and take a look at it. I heard about this and I was curious to hear how it, oh, it's dot grid. That's cool. Oh, there's one dot grid on one side. That's why it says one side and then the other. It's not very smooth. It's smoother than regular paper. We'll see. I'll just use this to swatch the inks that are included in the box, and I'm okay. Okay, so we have this. This is definitely useful. I am back in letter writing and I am using a signature from a notebook that I made a bit smaller, but I can definitely use this. Let me read what it says. Unleash the brilliance of color when you write or draw on the Japanese-made Aerofoil 75 GSM paper. This paper showcases the vibrance and shading of fountain pen ink. It also resists feathering and show-through. The 5mm dot grid offers plenty of creative options to use the 100 sheets. This would also make, if you have a ring binder, you could hole punch it and use it as inserts in your ring binder. To use the 100 sheets. Some ideas on how you could use the Aerofoil A5 papers. Writing letters or thanks to friends, family, and business associates. Sketching out the layout of a charcuterie board. What? Drafting the content of a website landing page. Yeah. Designing a dungeon for a role-playing game. Keeping a gratitude log. Practicing Spencerian handwriting with a flex nib. Collecting inspirational quotes. Making holiday wish lists or pen wish lists. Eric? eBear Ink on Instagram illustrated this month's Inky Experiment sticker. Stay curious, pen pals. Okay, and then let's open the inks. This is an ink brand that I have never heard before. Octopus Fluids, but it is a German. This is definitely a German word. Pebble Stone, Weinrot, Brilliant Rot, Orange, Karibik, and it's also spelled in German. That's interesting. So why is it Pebblestone? Kieselstein, Aubergine, and then Sepia Schwarz. Huh. I will read what it says on here. So, and I'm going to organize them in the way that they say it on here. True to its name, Octopus Fluids is an ink manufacturing company based in Dresden, Germany. Oh, Dresden is actually the town where I went to university. For over 10 years, Octopus chemists developed creative, technical, and specialty inks. They produced writing inks with pleasant shades, low feathering, and fast drying times. Okay, Sepia Schwarz, Aubergine, which was this one. Orange, Brilliant Rot, Kieselstein, Karibik, and Wine Red. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this over here, and I will swatch these inks on that paper as well. And I'll leave the paper to read you when I'm working with the samples. I'm gonna start a new page so I can get 4 on the same. That's a disadvantage of a small swatch book, because you can't sample more than 4 inks at the same time, and then you have to wait until it's dry, and then you can turn the page. It's kind of annoying, but we can do this. So I need 7 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Someone commented the last time I made a swatch video, someone commented, because I said that I would wait and cut these cotton buds off after they're dry. I could just use this to make the ink swatch. I feel, or when I tried doing that, I felt like I was scratching the paper, damaging the paper with the brass. And so that's why that was my original idea. I could use this nib to do both the swatches and the writing at the same time and get rid of the cotton swabs, but it didn't really work out for me that way. I had, it just scratched the paper and basically took off the first layer, and it made it really weird. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I am counting in German usually and not in English. So, all set, let's go. Octopus Fluids, Sepia Schwarz. Write with vintage style using this dark woody neutral brown ink. Okay. Oh, I brought this as well. Maybe I'm gonna pause and add the hearts on top of the lids. Oh, okay. This is definitely not a... Is it warm or is it cool? I'm so bad. I think this is a cool toned brown, really dark brown. Okay. Interesting for sure. Ugh. I feel like there's green inside this. So what else did I want to do? I wanted to put a swatch on here as well. Ooh, I dipped a lot. And then pause. Yeah, this always takes ages. Okay, let's put some of this on here. I use leftover sticker paper. Oh, I still need to dip this in and just punch with a heart punch. Oh yeah, Puss Inks. Octopus Fluids. Of course, I'm writing it wrong. Fluids. Sepia Schwarz. And it's leftover sticker paper from when I print stickers on sticker paper, and then I use a hard punch to punch it out. Oh yeah, this is very smooth, but it takes forever to get the backing of the heart. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it, but then I'm like, octopus fluids, sepia. Different. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but this is more leaning towards yellow, and this is more cool on this paper. This is probably going to be such a long video, but if you're here for it, you're here for it. Let me see what it looks like. I like this. Okay, so we're done with this one. Then aubergine. That's a really bright purple. Oh, it's more of a purpley pink, pinky purple. At least that's what, oh, and either I didn't dip it in or it's just, oh, and it's also looked like it was a shading ink, maybe. Could be. Let's go over here. Yeah, says me. Okay, this, I don't know how to do this. Let's see if this is. Octopus fluids, aubergine, I usually also draw a heart, a filled one, and an outline, and then I hold it all the way up so I can get a really thin line. I forgot that up here. I see pink and blue, and I really like what I see. I am currently working out my inks for the rest of November and the beginning of December. I usually use my inks about 2 months, and I swap out half of them like in a monthly interval, if that makes sense. And I'm actually pretty good at using up all of the inks this month, so I might be able to swap out my whole set of inks and fill up 9 new fountain pens, and I still have 1 slot left. I think I'm carrying over 2 pens and the rest is open, so 7 are filled, 2 are still moving over, and I have 1 slot of those 7 still left. I really like this. Yeah. I hope these are easily available in the States. Or, well, I have family in Germany, so even if they weren't, I could maybe make them get some for me, send it over. The description for the fluid aubergine, no, not fluid aubergine. I can't talk. I worked 8 hours this morning. starting at 4:30. So maybe that's the excuse. Aubergine, Octopus Fluids Aubergine. This charming purple ink has a blue halo with some light sheen. I don't see a sheen here, but I like it. I want this in a pen as soon as possible. If not this rotation, then next one. This is Octopus Fluids Orange, and this looks like a very bright orange. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Please don't just look bright. Please be bright as well. It might be not as bright as I had hoped. Well, now this is a lot of ink application, so this is not necessarily what it would look like in a pen. I have been quite disappointed by a lot of yellow orangey inks in the past months since I started experimenting. And I have to say that the only one that has so far passed the test, even though it did not originally, is the Buttered Rum by Ferris Wheel Press, which is very surprising because I often, I don't really get along with Ferris Wheel Press inks. Many of those are too light. I don't know. All right. Octopus Fluids Orange. Bright and cheery, this juicy golden orange color has smoky shading. Okay. Octopus Fluids. This definitely looks like the fruit orange. Like the peel, the orange peel, in my opinion. What do you say? How do you feel about this? Oh, if you've been watching my videos, do you feel like I should zoom in all the time? Should I zoom in and out? Because I'm not zoomed in right now. So is this too far away? Should I do this? But then you would not see anything that I'm doing outside of this. And that's the question. Is that something you would like to see? What's this? Bloop. I see some green on here on this paper, but maybe I'm just dreaming. So let's put it this here too. And I also, if I'm zoomed in, I have to be really careful about where I'm putting stuff because my filming area isn't as big anymore. So I'll stay zoomed in, or I can zoom in and out every time I'm using a new ink. I could do that like so if I don't forget, because they're really bright. They're all bright colors. So that's for sure. This one is Brilliant Rot oder this is German, oder Brillantrot. That's how you would pronounce it if you would want to say it all the way in German. Okay. This bold red stands out on the page like fire. Now I'm very curious. Even if this orange writes like that in a pen, I would really like to try it out for sure. I've used Rohrer and Klingner Helianthus this past month, and it did not pass my test. It's a bright yellow, and it comes out and stays on the page. It's not too light, but it does. In the pen that I had it in, it did not have any shading properties whatsoever, and it just was just a flat red, which felt just not something that I would enjoy. I'm really drawn to inks that have a lot of shading. Not necessarily like chromo shading, just in itself. And so I'm wasting my fountain pen time with an ink that is just standard yellow. I can use a felt tip pen if I want that. And even then, I get a lot. Some felt tip pens have shading for sure. Oh, this is really red. It's more more vibrant on this paper. As they said in the description. Let's clean. Let's dip. I'm going to go over here first before I'm going on the Tomoe River paper, because I feel like I'm always putting down too much ink when I'm here. And this paper, since it's, well, I should, brilliant. I can't talk and write at the same time. That's why these videos are so hard for me to make while I'm talking. Or it's always quiet and I have a little teeny tiny music playing in the background, which I don't really like at all. Octopus, fluids, brilliant rot. Oh, see, I wrote brilliant red. Okay, well, whatever. Brilliant rot. Okay, so I copied this from Mystery Art's YouTube channel. And actually, I don't even know why I do this. What am I supposed to see when I do those things? Is there anything that I don't know of that I should see? I don't know. Okay, let me put rot. And this is going to bug me, but I will be able to contain myself. Yeah, this is a red. Basically, this is a red. Let's write on this page just to see if there's a different. Brilliant rot. Oh, I feel like it takes a lot of ink. Okay, the angle that I'm writing with is different, but let me try again. See? Usually when I write on the Tomoe River paper, it lays on a really heavy coat, and it's also quite broad, the writing. But this is even broader at the same angle that I hold the pen. I'm curious to see, I didn't bring any fountain pens with me today, but I am curious to see how this paper looks with fountain pens. But we will find out, because I am definitely going to use it for sure. I know that if you're listening to all of those fountain pen podcasts, that Jacob of the Tokyo Inklings pen podcast, he talked about the Iroful paper, and I think that it's one of the ones that he really likes, but maybe I'm mistaken. So now, is this dry enough so that I can turn the page? We'll find out. The next one that is on the list is, let's just do it really softly. Octopus Fluids Pebblestone, part of the pastel collection. This light gray ink has a soft appearance that shades well. Now I'm intrigued. Ooh. Oh wow, this is super soft. Is this even... So all the ink is in here. None of it is on the paper. Okay, here. Let's see. Now I put it on way too high. Oh my God. Who am I? Can I not do what I want to do? Oh wow. I would love to see how this looks in a fountain pen. I believe that this is barely visible at all. If it is visible, then it's barely visible. Okay, octopus. Pebblestone. I can't write Pebblestone. Pebblestone. So I will know for sure which one of my ink collection, which one of my cards will be from a I talk along and swatch inks at the same time video, or which ones were voiceover videos, because yeah. Octopus. I really like the color though. It's a weird gray that has pink hints, fluids. I'm curious to hear what Maria and Amanda from Inksplat are thinking of this. And then, what do you think, Dormouse's Desk, Pebblestone, and everybody else who is subscribed? If you are subscribed, leave a comment below. I would love to find other people besides those who post videos on YouTube who I could talk to about these inks. I mean, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Like, what do you think? Do you like it? Have you used it in a pen? Which pen is best for this ink? Which paper are you using it with? Why do you like ink that I don't like? No, we're not judging. Never. I would never judge anyone. Also, I mean, I have so many hobbies that are judgeable. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued more than concerned or anything, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I know that this is probably a hard to read ink, but I would still love to know what it looks like in a pen. Just so I can say, see, I told you it's not gonna come out in a pen. But if a double broad might work, you know. I'm not using this for the whole way through. I just wanted to see what it feels like writing on this, and this is definitely something. So yeah, I want to write a letter this weekend, so I'm definitely going to use that paper for it. And then I am curious if you have a setup for your letter writing. Like, do you have a binder or something where you keep all the accoutrements for it? Because I do have the A5 zip thingy from Gallon Leather, and I really like it, but I'm keeping my Hobonichi Cousin Day Free in there. And so either I need to find another place for the Day Free, or I'm just not going to use it, put it in a cover, or I would need something else for the letter writing. But I think that would be like the perfect thing to set up as a letter writing cover, where I have maybe the letter that I want to reply to. I want to see what this looks like on here. And this is a lovely color. This is basically my favorite shade of teal, turquoise, aqua blue. It's not too green, and it's probably not showing up on camera well, because these colors never do. But woo, I love this. And there's some darker blue hints on the outside. Oh, wow. Wow. So yeah, how do you keep your... I do have A5 covers from Hobonichi, but I really don't want to put my A5 in there. Ugh. Yeah. These are so first world problems, octopus. I really like having first world problems. Karibik. And I'm going to read the little spiel to you in a second when I'm done writing, because I can't. Octopus, fluids, Karibik. It's the Caribbean. That's what this is. The German word for Caribbean. And I always have a really hard time to get the pronunciation right for Caribbean, because I'm leaning to say Caribbean, but it's Caribbean, right? Now I'm starting to question myself. Which one is it? Yeah, see here you can barely see the, oh wow. You know what this actually looks like? I have to pull it out right away. This even has the same shading properties as the, where is it? The Pannonia Cheerio Water Bus. That's Crystal Marine, that's not it. What? When did I swatch this? Oh. No. This is more green, this is more blue. I don't know if it comes out on the, I will have the swatch card later, but yeah, even though it's not the same paper, you can see I like this, but this is the shade that I'm in love with. I'm so glad I got this. Yay. So far, the ink flight, I don't even know what it's called. The ink flight box, November 2022 has been a success. So I'm in love and I really like doing this. So this is actually like just playing with these inks. If that's worth the money, then yes. Sail the refreshing waves of this aqua blue green ink. That's basically a non-sentence. It doesn't really give me any information about the ink, but it's okay. I can see, oh, look at the yellow that is coming out. Oh my God, this ink is so cool. I love it. Maybe I have to get my parents or my sister or someone who lives really close to Dresden, which is most of my family, to get some of those inks for me. Yeah. We were thinking about doing a, what is it? Kind of like White Elephant. You draw names. We've done this for years in our family, and I usually don't participate because shipping is so expensive from Germany to the States and vice versa. But this would be a very cool opportunity to get those inks, I think. But then I also have to pay shipping costs. Ugh. And then I always never really know. Well, I could order from Amazon Germany and then just have it shipped to them over there. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. Yeah. How do you like this? What do you think? What do you say? This is a very dark red. But in contrast to many of the dark reds here that I have sampled so far, I have to say that all of the colors that I have swatched today are definitely my wheelhouse. What I mean by that is that there is so many aqua blues. There's so many wine reds. There's so many. I don't know. Let me check. Let's check in on the other side later. There's so many octopus with a P fluids and Weinrot. But these shades, so the specific shade of each of those inks is exactly how I like it. Octopus fluids. How often do you have to stop and wait and remember how to spell octopus? Wine. Rot. Flower, leaves. Oh, this is not. This looks very sloppy, which is beautiful in its own way. Yeah, so let me circle back to what I was trying to say. And that is that, I can't. Like, I have to swoon over this. Look at the shading on this ink. How brilliant is this? Can you hear me when I'm whispering? So now I'm going back to what I was trying to say all along, which is that I really like this shade of wine red. I really like this shade of aqua blue. Even though I'm not a fan of these light inks, I really like the shade of this gray. And then I really like this orange. I really like this purple. I'm not so sure about this. This is I think it needs to be a bit warmer in order for me to like it. And I like this one, but I also am not a fan of these regular bright reds, but this is also a nice shade of that. And so, yeah, I am... So 1, 2 are not so cool, but the other 4, 5 are really lovely, which is a really good percentage of things that I like. And then I really love the paper. I can't wait to actually sit down and write a letter with it. And what does it say? This saturated deep burgundy red has a dark sheen. Really? Does it? Does it though? Where did you get this? Oh, well, maybe a little. And I do have a question for you. I have started to compare these colors with colors that I have in my stash at the end of my swatch videos. Is that something that you would like to see? I usually put it as a time lapse when I flip through, and then I come back and show you what I have found. I'd love to know if that is something that I should keep doing, or, well, yeah, you don't really need this. But I'm definitely going to do this for those inks for sure. So just let me know if that's not something that you would like to see, so I can gauge interest. And yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I went through all of the inks that I have swatched so far in my stash, and I'm just going to go through them in the way I put them out. This is what was in this month's box, and these are the 2 inks that I personally have in my stash that are similar but not the same. When you look at this right here, this one leans more towards orange. This is that was included last month's ink flight box, this Diamond Poppy Red. I'm not sure where I got that from, but it's very similar, but not just quite. I feel like there's a tiny bit more blue in this than here. But yeah, so these 2 look alike. I have found basically no ink that looks like the Weinrot of Octopus Fluids. They are also very similar, but this one has a little bit more blue in it. The Rouge Grenade is more red. The Warm Book Smell is more red. The Manyo Ume has more brown, in my opinion. The Oxblood comes pretty close, but it's also too brown and too red. The only one that is very similar is Diamond Rider's Blood. All right, we got this. Then Octopus Inks Pebblestone. I basically have nothing that compares even in the slightest. All of the grays or light inks that I have are darker than this. So that's definitely I have to investigate further. Same with the Sepia Schwarz. I pulled out some inks just to see where they would fall. This is Diamond Winter Spice. This has a lot more red. I don't know if this even has any red. This has a lot more red. This one as well. The Autumn Forest has it's not the same. This is more green, but it has a similar vibe. And then last one is Pelikan Brown, because I just swatched that and it's a German ink. That's the only reason why I put it out. This is warm, this is cold, not close at all. Just gonna pull all this onto a pile here. Caribic. The Cheerio Water Bus. Oh, when I watch this, I want to see what these look like on the screen. Probably all the same. So the Cheerio Water Bus is a lot greener, even though they have very similar shading properties. I don't know. It definitely reminds me of that. The Sub-Zero, which is one of my favorite inks, is more blue. This one has a tiny bit more green and yellow, of course, because green and blue and yellow make green. The Crystal Marine also has more green in it. It is closer to the Cheerio Water Bus, but it has a little bit more blue. So basically, this is in between those two in the color. And then what else do I have here? Oh, the Yuletide. This one is, again, oh, this is not even the color. This is bluer, but I feel like they have some commonalities. Maybe I'm just pretending, or I want it to be. I really want this in a pen though, and this one. You know, I should just ink 20 million pens at the same time. So this is also very interesting. I don't have anything in my stash that is similar. This one might, but there's more pink undertones in this one than this one. Festive Joy is a lot brighter and more purple. I can't even say what color is in here more than here. Blue, but why is there blue up here? But there, as you can see, there's the base color is a lot different. So then Manyo Akebi, I don't know how to pronounce that, is more pink and it has sheen. The Van Diemen's Black-Tongued Spider Orchid comes close. I guess that the harmony here, no. And then the Mountain Breeze from last month is also completely off. They're all very, very unique, which makes it fun to play with. Okay, Octopus Fluids Orange. Diamond Wonderland. I think this has more, some of the inks, like Autumn Oak. That's why I haven't purchased a bottle from Diamond, have greens in it, or my eyes see green. Let's put it this way. This is not the same as, this is more vibrant. This shades more. And no, this one shades too. Okay, I'm a liar. This one is more yellow. This one is more leaning orange. I don't know what to say about this. This has definitely more yellow. It could be similar. The writing is very, very close. And then Ferris Wheel Pressed Buttered Popcorn. It looks similar. This has a lot of shading going on. And there's a reddish undertones. You know what? Today is Friday. Isn't that cool? I'm so excited. I have a weekend off. Usually I work Sundays, but not this Sunday. So this is what it looks like on the Tomoe River paper. I'm really in love with this month's box. Very happy that I subscribed. If you are a subscriber, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you how you liked this month's box, if you had it in a pen yet, and what pen you're using it in. Doesn't have to be in the YouTube comments. We can also chat on Instagram or somewhere. I just love to connect. You know. I hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.